Welcome back to Instant Anime.
Just Add Music.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Jimmy.
Thanks for joining us. First time joining us, welcome. This is a podcast where Jimmy and I listen to a song and make an anime for it.
Mm-hmm.
Today's song is a suggestion.
Yeah.
Woo! From Stark. Thank you so much, Stark, for suggesting Avenir by Magico. It should be available in the clickable link in the description. You can stop, listen to the song, search it up, whatever you need to. Maybe you already did, maybe you never do, but maybe you use our Spotify playlist and it just auto-played, in which case the dream is alive and well.
Cheers to you.
Thank you so much. It's what I've always wanted, and I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
But Jimmy and I have listened to Avenir by Magico and taken 5 minutes to say, if this were the theme song for an anime, what anime would that be? We've written down our ideas in those 5 minutes. That's what makes it instant. And now we're going to... Oh, is it hot?
Ooh, oh.
Watch out. That's terrible. I'm never doing that again. But
did you piss in my noodles?
Oh no! That was not the sound I made. It was supposed to be that's why I'm never doing it again.
You're good. They're still good.
Oh, what flavor did you get?
Not piss.
And that's all that counts. But after we share our ideas separately, we will combine them for you into a mega anime. And then the title of the episode is the title of the anime we've come up with, and we put ourselves in it and maybe leap pace and just kind of see what happens. And that's kind of the premise of the show. I think I hit the high points. I'm a little foggy after Halloween. I'm still waiting to be scared.
Yes, it's not spooky.
Yeah, I'm just
season any longer.
I don't know.
Just harvesty.
Oh yes, harvesting souls.
Fall. If you're in the northern hemisphere.
Falling downstairs. Rah.
I don't know what the opposite of fall. Spring. If you're in the southern hemisphere.
I don't know the opposite of fall, but you do. You've got this.
I remembered it midway through speaking. Yes.
What happens?
You gonna share your idea?
I think I will if
we
hit all the high points. All right. I think so.
Again, thank you, Stark, so much for the suggestion. If you want to suggest
a
song, we'll talk more about that later at the end of the episode. There's a way for you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not secret.
No.
But we keep it secret, so maybe you keep listening.
Maybe you listen a little bit longer. Thank you, Jimmy, for remembering the bit that I forgot.
There we are.
All right. Then here's my idea. Welcome to the changes of adolescence. It's a very slice of life idea I had, and it's very much like, was it called Sunshine Girl? The one that actually had Lee Pace in it?
Oh, she was the Sunshine Girl. I think that one was just called
I couldn't remember the actual title.
I can't remember the title.
But
Weathering with You.
Yes.
That's the one. Because it was about weather. Very
similar to that, and also a little bit like the friends who their friend died, and then there's the ghost. A little bit like that.
Anohana, maybe? I don't know. I hated that show. It was so garbage.
Well, put on your hat because...
And there's people that are like, so emotional. I'm like, they don't learn anything.
I wonder how
because the worst thing about that show is that they're kids,
Tangent time.
And then this person dies, and then time, I don't remember how much time passes.
It was 10 years.
But they're somewhat adultish now. I don't know if they graduated or have jobs or whatever. But they act exactly the same as then when they were
well, maybe they
children.
were a little bit stunted by
100%. But it's not written in that way. It's written as they're we've moved on. But obviously they didn't. And then it's all oh, well, we didn't move on afterwards. It's you can't write it as if they did move on and then switch at the end and be we actually needed to complete this.
They didn't know.
It's so bad.
All right, well, with that in mind.
The reactions to oh, I cry every time. I'm no, it's awful.
So maybe not that exact.
And the dialogue
5.
is horrible because instead of trying to talk out stuff, they just all are and they just have emotional breakdowns instead of actually getting anywhere.
And that's my idea. All right, thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm. You go ahead.
No, continue.
Similar.
There's my rant.
Similar to those.
If it's not, I know.
We find our main character failing to deal with a recent difficulty, and after being reclusive, they finally reach out to their friends. Although the friends tried to talk about what has occurred, the protagonist wants only to throw themselves into their newfound and yet old dream, making the longest hopscotch court? Is that what you call it? Like,
Arena.
thing? Line?
Yeah, I don't know.
String? I was like, the hopscotch thing with
Play
the
area.
boxes? The longest box train ever.
Yeah.
Which harkens back to a shared childhood dream amongst the friends.
That's fun.
Because for some reason this song,
it has like a playful...
There's the like ooh 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 part.
Yeah.
I could just see someone like running and like hopping in
fun.
Like a hopscotch kind of
Very
way.
Playful.
So
that's good.
That was what I thought, and briefly toyed with the idea that as they went down the hopscotch ladder, I have no idea what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. The boxes where you hop
the
and
game
got, like,
space for hopscotch.
Yeah, you usually make it out of chalk. This would be made out of chalk,
or it's on the ground on a playground.
Well, this is like a everyone's DIY. Exactly. They're just drawing chalk squares through town, trying to make it really long. So not that official.
And it starts raining, and they're like, "Oh no!
Oh no! We'll have to give up." And then the main character's like, "We can't give up," and crying because they're finally processing what really occurred.
Of course.
But did toy with the idea that as they hopped down the line, they ended up somewhere else.
Oh, maybe.
So we'll see.
I'm glad you did your idea first, because there is a tie to mine.
Okay.
And I wonder if you'll see it.
Okay.
But it's sort of a returning sort of thing. So I like it though. It's cute.
It's trauma.
I'm sorry
hopscotch.
I ruined it with a rant in the middle.
Well,
what was the trauma? Did you define what it was?
No, and we don't find out until the end of the show.
Okay. I was wondering if I wasn't listening or if I just actually...
A little bit A, a little bit of B. No, I just figured it could be, parents, divorce,
it could be anything.
Died,
leaving it vague leaves it up to better mesh with an idea that I may have or not.
And I may or may not have run out of time to finish.
True.
Hard to say.
No, that's the thing. Maybe we're so good at making this show now. We write the ideas to have inserts.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, here you go. Let me open the door for you.
Right? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think we're that good. I think we get lucky sometimes. I do like it though. I'll share my idea now that I had for Evan.
I'm glad that you don't have a rant about it yet.
Magico. No, it's
Please
good.
Please do.
And I'll let you, if you see the connection.
Should I buzz in?
Buzz in. Hit the buzzer.
That'd be great. Mid-idea. But anyhow.
Yeah, it'd be really good for listening audiences all around the world. A novice wizard is locked away in an underground cell as punishment.
Just kidding. Continue.
In reality, there's the trauma. In reality, the young wizard was actually recognized as one capable of great change and power. So the jealous older wizard locked them away in hopes that the child would be,
stunted,
killed, dead, in some, to quell the power and continue as things were instead of accepting this new power and change that the child was capable of. Locked away, threw away the key intended for this child to starve there.
Okay.
However, while the fledgling wizard was inside, unable to escape the room, this magic key, I don't know. They're wizards, so you'd think they'd just be like, open door, but it's like special door. They're unable to escape the room. They, however, can summon in their study materials and quickly become engrossed in learning the finer details of wizardry. They quickly learn the spell for immortality, and after many years, instead of going mad from isolation, their skills in meditation lead them to a higher state of mind, and they never stop learning. They just keep summoning in new materials when they run out of books, and they just learn all of wizardry.
But they can't summon a teacher.
But they can't. Yeah, they can't summon a living thing.
Do they have a familiar at least?
I think they learn the spells to summon people to talk to and animals and stuff like that, but they're not actually there. It's just figments.
All right.
Millennia later, the room is found by a group of high schoolers out searching for fun. They somehow break the spell on the door from the outside. I was thinking maybe there's a skeleton out there and they or something. I didn't actually write that down. But
very Scooby-Doo.
They open the door from the outside and find a young-looking person on the inside. a new friend, perhaps? The wizard is very pleased to see not one, but 3 friendly-looking faces.
Aw.
And then that's the end.
Ah.
Do you see the connection?
I mean, I have one maybe, but I'm not sold that I do.
What was it?
You want me to guess first?
Yeah.
The hopscotch takes them to another world kind of a thing?
No.
Okay.
Mine was actually before yours was even mentioned as hopscotch. You had like the kids forgetting all, like returning
Yeah.
to something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the more general idea of a sort of finding something to connect people together.
Okay.
It's like a group of people find this wizard, and then your person like finds this hobby
Okay.
that they wanted to. But it's like the wizard also was engrossed in their thing, and your person is engrossed in the hopscotch thing. I don't know how to combine it yet, but that was just what I saw.
All right.
Additionally, I was thinking, I was just going to tell you, when I heard the song, I visually saw like a wizard, like a young person standing in a room, and the room was like decaying and changing and books being added to the shelves and stuff like that. But the wizard,
Ooh, like almost a time lapse?
Time lapse like that,
I
but the
could
wizard
totally
was staying
see
the
that.
same.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So it was like all this
this
stuff happening. Kind of the change of it becoming like a Howl's Moving Castle, like his study room sort of thing, or bedroom, I don't know. But it like becomes this opulent thing, but it's at the same time like degrading.
My dream.
Yeah. Very, I mentally saw that image. I was like, oh, that's cool. Why would there be a wizard in a room that long? He's locked in. And then that was the rest of my idea.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in it for that intro shot in my brain.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, that's
else?
a good image right there. Yeah. So how do you want to combine Hopscotch Wizard with
You've just done it.
with regular
Heard of Pinball Wizard?
Locked up wizard.
This is Hopscotch Wizard.
He's a hopscotch wizard.
Yeah, hopping around.
Hopping around. He's actually a frog. And he hops.
Surprise. He's a frog.
Ground.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
Well done.
It took me a while.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine.
Just took a little longer than expected. Yeah, so I think I have a little bit of a starting point at least. So the traumatic thing from mine would just be being locked as a child in a room.
Yes.
So when they meet these new friends for the first time, meeting like flesh people, for lack of a better term, because everyone else they've met has been like a spectral thing, they're really excited, but they don't know if they can trust because of everything they'd been. I'm picturing kind of like Rapunzel-y, where it's maybe the one wizard started by like, I'm gonna keep you here, it's where you're safe, others want you to be hurt, I'm keeping you safe, but they're actually like,
I like that. Yeah.
And then at some point they're just like, I can't control you, you've got too much power, and that's when they lock them away. And so yes, they've done well to learn all this stuff, but all the propaganda that the original wizard who'd been, I'm the one caring for you, everyone else wants you hurt, blah blah blah. So they meet these new people that are like, sup, bruh? And they're...
Do you like my Heelys?
Whee! Yeah. No, they don't want to open up.
I gotcha.
So, they're like, wow, this is a cool place. Like, tell us about yourself or whatever. They're just friendly.
Yeah.
But this wizard that's been locked away forever is... Yes, I know how to make small talk, but do I trust you?
Yeah,
is it safe to even leave this place? Like all these things. And I'm imagining, just to kind of broaden yours a little bit more, this chamber is in, it doesn't have to be a castle, but it's in some type of like abandoned place where teens would go to like hang out and explore.
I didn't expand on it, but I was like,
were
teens go.
A teen
go
hideout.
Here.
Yeah. Sprite Pepsi hanging out.
Yeah.
But somehow this room, there was like, it had been walled off or something. It could be, construction happened around it. I don't know.
Magico. Sorry. Magic. It's in the...
Yes. I thought you were naming like the company that had done the construction. So
no, I was just like, I was literally like, oh.
That's why you heard the magic.
So I got magic.
Yeah. And
the song though, actually, any song that has sort of like a xylophone-y.
Yeah, yeah.
For some reason has a magic-y bit to me.
See, and to me, it's like a childhood kind of
Right.
sound. So you can see. And
Yeah.
also the title, if I remember my French correctly, avenir is like future as a noun. And I think the verb is like to come up. So it might be like growing up, maybe. I'm not sure about the verb, but I'm pretty sure it means future.
That's very interesting.
Fingers crossed.
Basically, they like transport to the future through time.
And I have the like you're growing up and dealing
future issues.
It has, I think, just the song itself has that kind of propulsion of time, of change.
The time lapse for me is at the beginning-ish part when it's sort of instrumental. It has a very just like fast moving pace and
it's very,
tempo.
It's just a swift little like hopscotching kind of moving quickly sort of thing. So,
it's a great song.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thank you again, Stark.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have had this conversation without you.
No.
But that was my first thought of just like the hurt that my protagonist had would be the hurt.
Mm-hmm. I like that connection a lot.
Very different kind of hurt, but that same, your wizard's going to join the world, presumably, but I assume that they're just going to try and hide as much as their real past as possible.
Oh, they definitely don't want people knowing
like in mine.
that they have power or...
So instead of hopscotch, they're throwing themselves into like modern life.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out school and friendships and technologies that...
Yeah.
And they can't do magic either,
I think,
which
to
would
add
feel
on
so
to it,
foreign.
the person who basically was gaslighting them into thinking they were their protector and all that stuff was saying like magic is bad, like you have this power that no one needs to know about.
You need to get rid of it.
Yeah.
You need to hide it.
And it's
conceal, don't feel. Don't let them know.
But I think the thing that lets our protagonist break all this and after being out, like finally, it takes a while, but they do start opening up, is because they kept learning. Like as a sort of act of something
rebellion.
against a rebellion against this person who was gaslighting them. And they were like, oh, they were gonna hide it from this person all along, but that person is now long gone. And I think that's when they start figuring out, they're like, why am I hiding this from anyone? Like, I'm
the only one here.
Exactly.
It's part of me. I have to acknowledge
so
this.
I think there's a cool element in this show that we could do with like flashbacks or some element of this time in the room.
Gotta love a flashback.
Where they finally do start doing little bits of magic. Like they light a candle, they fix a shelf, they do something, and then it gets bigger and bigger, and they're summoning bears and hanging out on like big pillows that they formed and stuff like that. Or like a cloud, and they hop on the cloud in the room and start like jumping around.
Yeah.
And it's this like rebellion that you see, and then as soon as the door opens, they think it's that person, even though it's been aeons, and they're like, that's impossible. I'm the only one who could have figured this out. I've learned all the wizardry.
Wait, I have a crazy idea.
Hit me.
What if the wizard figured out how to unlock the door, but was too afraid? So technically it's unlocked. So the teens just find it.
Oh, they just don't leave.
Yeah.
Because they were told to stay.
And they're like, it's a bad world out there. I know what's here.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, that person was bad, but I'm safe here because they aren't here.
I love that.
Every other person must be bad like they were.
You hide that detail.
Yes.
But there is a scene that shows them unlocking the door.
In the flashback.
It shows them
reaching... And then just like, no.
No, it even shows them like they fully like turn the handle, and it like the door does the whole like dust.
I was going to say
bit.
dust.
Yeah, and you see like a crack of light or something through it, and then it's just like,
nope.
And they like put all the desks in front of it or swiftly slam it and lock it again or, magically something like that.
Yep.
That's crazy. I love that.
It's unlocked.
Yeah.
And those teens just happen to be right place, right time.
That's why it's unlocked. Because it is unlocked.
Yeah.
I love that.
Should we high five?
That's really good. Yeah. That's a really good detail. It's eerie how good it is. It
adds that little extra, doesn't it?
Yeah. Because they are like literally all powerful. They have learned every spell. They can unlock any door. They could blow the walls. They could fly. They could teleport.
Yeah.
They could do any of these things. And they just choose to stay because they were told to by this person who they loved and who they believed to be trustful and
if
have
that
their best
person's
interests.
that way, every person must be that way.
Exactly.
They don't know any others.
Yeah.
They don't know any different.
Yeah. But it's like they have all this magic and then they were told not to use it. So they don't use all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But they have all of it.
They have the knowledge. They've learned it. They've studied it. They just haven't practiced.
Yeah. That's cool. And in my story, like, magic is gone from the world, essentially.
Yes. Yeah, I would go
except
with that
for this
too.
one being now, which is cool.
And then depending how we want to pace it / how many seasons we get, how cute would it be if, well, actually, regardless of that, how cute would it be if in the closing credits they're showing their friends like how to do like a little bit of magic.
They do like a little magic lesson.
They teach them how to, turn a, I don't know, frog into a butterfly or something for a minute, or
super fun.
Something simple like that.
It would be like the credits, not even animated, just like sort of storybook.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like somebody holding a frog in one, and then it goes up, and then it's
oh my gosh! Yeah. And the art style would be very like storybook as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Etchy, sort of.
Just throwing that on
Etching.
there.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be actually in the show.
Very good.
But
though.
How cute would that be?
Very good.
In the credits.
A little nod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyhow, I don't know if we need to do a whole lot more than that. I mean, how much time are they spending in the room? How much is it?
Exactly. You can really do anything once they're out.
Is there just a lot of flashbacks and they leave the room fairly early?
I think that...
Does it start with them leaving the room?
I think that's it. It doesn't even start with the wizard.
They're woken up with the door being opened by the teens.
Oh yeah, which perspective would you want the opening to be? Would you want the kids finding the room?
Yeah, the kids are just hanging out. Maybe we see them like they're off school. Maybe it's like a summer break.
The Goonies.
Surprise. And it could be one of those like, oh, they're gonna demolish the such and such. We've gotta see it.
We've gotta check it out.
Which of course that room would never be demolished because it's too magical. But
of course,
some weird
it's warded
building. They're
magic.
Like, I heard they're gonna take it down. We should go one last time. It's been so long. And then we can have a hopscotch somewhere in the background of like kids doing it, and I'll be pleased with that homage.
There's the nod.
And it's just like the sun's starting to set, and it's like a beautiful summer day, end of school year excitement. Let's go back to our old stomping grounds. Wait, they uncovered this. Look, they took out this wall. You can see blah, blah, blah. Wait, the door's unlocked? And then if we want, we could have like, that was a door opening sound, by the way.
You stepped on a bird.
That poor bird.
Arr.
We could have, as they open the door, like the credits, like the opening credits.
Oh, yeah. That'd be sick.
Every time the show starts with like the door opening into the opening.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I think that would be a good way to start.
Very good.
So that's my 2 cents.
So we're good on that.
Done and done.
Yeah. No, that's very good.
And then we can, after the credits, have the perspective of the person inside the door.
Mm-hmm. You switch to that, you get... Oh, yeah, like, I always like it when it's, like, their eyes, like, you see the light change from their perspective and stuff.
Yeah.
It's always fun. Just a really quick scene, though, to establish that, and then...
And then they meet, and it goes from there.
I don't think we really need to expand upon that. There's...
The wizard...
I think we fleshed out the character enough that we know where... Like, how long it's going to take. What they do doesn't necessarily matter. You could do classic tropey anime high school.
Yeah. Back to Howl's Moving Castle, though. I think they decide that room that they've been in, their quarters, they're going to move it. Because they can do that. So that where they are can be demolished and people won't know about magic. So they find a different door to move their stuff behind. So they don't have to like move in with one of the kids and be like, what's a toilet? You know those tropes where it's like, how do I use this thing?
It's not that. Yeah. But I do think there is a scene where they like a cat are playing with the toilet paper roll. I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know when it would be in the show, but I think it's funny.
It's the credits. Why not?
It's good.
If we can't find a spot, throw it in the credits.
Or you don't even show that scene. You just see, like, they ask to go to the bathroom. Something else happens. They leave the bathroom, and then someone looks in, and all the toilet paper is on the ground.
And the cat's leaving tail up.
Yeah.
I did good. Bye.
It's like, did the cat do it, or did the person?
I don't know.
There you go. And the wizard can turn into cats and all sorts of manner of creature and
See, I think,
metamorphosize.
again, those adorable credits will be them with the familiars that they've, like, summoned.
Ooh, I got a great one you'll love. Teaches all the kids how to turn into cats. Is the front cat leading all the other kid cats. Just sort of walking down a street.
Yes.
And it's all the kids.
Yes.
And they're all identified as cats by, like, their anime hair color or...
Oh, I was definitely... Yep, they've got the anime eyes.
Or, like, a collar that resembles, like, their shirt or, you know, their character design
got
sort
the
of
hair.
thing.
Got, like, a calico and...
There you go.
The big, like, red spot on its head and the character
That's
has
just
red
That's
hair
just for you.
Thank you. That's definitely a credit scene.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Just a little one-off illustration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I can picture it. The wizard like points and the person's like, oh, I have a cat paw for a hand. And then the next, as it scrolls past all the stills, the next one's like, we're all cats.
Exactly.
We're going. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
okay.
I love that.
I don't need anything else after that.
I absolutely don't need anything else.
We've
I
fleshed
think it's
out
very
the credits
cute.
more than possibly any other.
100%.
Which is fun.
I think it's very cute. I think having that tinge of sort of trauma, but overcoming it being the main thing is how you do trauma in a show.
And mine
for me.
was building up to an explosion, and I'm not really seeing that for this.
I don't think it needs it.
I think it's just slowly thawing.
And I think the slow thaw is what's difficult for a lot of people because it's not going to be instantaneous and it's not going to be an explosion of anything.
Yeah.
It's going to be not trusting everyone for a long time. And then suddenly being like, I haven't been hurt. I haven't been locked in other rooms.
They can finally meet like a pet for the first time. They can finally meet an animal. And that has got to be. Someone has like a dog or a cat, a gerbil, I don't know. Someone has a pet. And that's what's like, whoa, I can tell this creature is of pure heart. Yeah. Okay. And then they thaw a little bit more that day.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and you do little imagery throughout the show of their like ice breaking or thawing or melting or something.
Yes.
Just like those, you know, those quick cuts where it's like, and then something big happens and there's a bigger crack. And then eventually at the end, you know, it all breaks and then they're free.
I was going to say it'd be cute if that mimicked like the seasons. So it looked like, oh, you know, the seasons are just changing, but it actually was like them. But I already said I want it to be like a summer night, so never mind. You're not gonna have an ice block in summer.
It's on a cruise.
Yeah. If you want like ice in a glass melting a little, man, it's too much. I'm taking it back. Yeah. But in any case,
it's separate from the seasonal.
Yes, it is.
Imagery. Still there, though.
It's different. I'm picturing, because why not flesh out literally everything? The
got so many visuals.
Commercial. The commercial in and out
screens.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm picturing. Sailor Moon. Yeah.
That's the one.
Ding, 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 ding. And then they're chibi. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
That was cute.
Oh, yeah. Chibi and ice.
Chibi ice. And then the chibi friends are trying to get them out of the ice and like just their legs are stuck and they're all like pulling.
Oh, and there's another and that's the thing, there's many different versions of the other friends getting them out of the ice. And one is they're all holding a stool and the other's got the chip and they're like
they're trying to carve them out.
There you go.
Yeah. We spent way too much time. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to this episode.
We usually don't do this.
Fun.
But
this was fun details. Probably we should come up with a title though.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I think so. What kind of words? What kind of words you thinking a wizard word?
I am thinking a magic-y, wizardy kind of word.
And like
I mean, I don't want to say friendship.
A friendship word? And a wizard word?
Wizardly friendship?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
All right, you want to do a wizard word first or a friendship word first?
I can start with the friend.
I'll do a wizard word. 3, 2, 1. Mage.
Hang.
Switcheroo. 3, 2, 1. Connection.
Staff.
Gotcha. My horrible wizard title.
Ooh.
Mage in a cage.
Wow. You know what? You know what I need to see?
Despite all my rage, I'm still just a mage in a cage.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I was going to say if we get to the point where the friends know about and can joke about, one of them needs to call the wizard that.
Yeah. My little bird, my little mage in a cage.
Just saying. I have some
So bad.
Well, maybe not equally bad titles, but I have also some bad titles.
Thank you.
Yes.
For acknowledging how bad Mage in a Cage is.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
It's cute for a joke.
Yeah.
So I thought of Lockbreaker.
Oh, that's really cool.
I thought of Summoning Knowledge, or Summoning insert word here.
You.
And then finally, Four Walls for Dreams.
No.
Which almost sounds like there was a translation issue, and I like that.
Yeah, it's cool. I like Lockbreaker a lot.
I don't know if it misleads.
I agree. But I think there's something about breaking. I think we could fake our way into it being like a double meaning, like lock being on the door, but also a lock on their powers, on their heart, on their. I like Lockbreaker. It's very cool.
I assumed that that's what they would just like call themselves as well at that point.
Yeah. Like as soon as they did it, they're like, Lockbreaker. Hell yeah.
That or the group of teens, they'd go around breaking locks, exploring buildings.
No, I don't break into places. That's bad. And they do break into the first place.
Well,
they like snip a fence or something.
It's gonna be demolished. That's the only reason. They just like abandon buildings.
Yeah.
There's a subreddit
These rowdy
for that.
teens.
So, I don't know. Those were the.
I do like Lockbreaker.
Is it
one word and therefore not anime enough?
Well, is it just so misleading? That's my concern.
I kind of like that it's misleading though.
Really?
So to me, the wizard being this ultimately powerful person and not using any of their powers and just sort of like living as a high schooler is like they and you as the viewer know they are the Lockbreaker. They're a cool enough person that they have a nickname that is something about their being and like breaking chains, breaking locks, leaving a place because they are so powerful. They just open the door and something like that, right?
If we're leaning into it, I think we definitely should have the wizard that locked up our wizard have some sort of prophecy thing where it's like, you may lock this child away, but they will forever break the locks. And they're like, no, I can control them. I can keep them under lock and key, blah, blah, blah.
No key can
hold
lock
this.
the door on which the child is breaking said lock. Broken.
Goodbye.
Peace out. And then they go back into the mirror.
Yep.
I lost my train of thought. Okay, goodbye.
It was going so.
I had a good prophecy, but you asked another question. And
I was unprepared. You're screwed. Bye. Yeah, I don't know.
I like Lockbreaker, and I can't think of anything else. 4 walls, 4 dreams. 4? Is it 4? Like the number 4?
4 walls. And then
with a 4 cardinal gardens.
FOR.
Yeah,
dreams.
I get you.
Yeah. Or it could be of dreams.
And that's the thing. I like Lockbreaker more.
I wrote down the wrong thing and was like, I'm gonna say it.
What was the other one?
Summoning knowledge.
And I think we've done summoning the light or something like that.
Yeah,
so
I think we did summon the light. Yeah.
Same thing.
Probably my handiwork.
That's why I like Lockbreaker, because it's not anything we've done.
But do you think it fits?
I think it does. I think it is.
Do you want to expand to make it sound like Finding the Great Wizard Lockbreaker?
No,
I don't know.
I think it's better to go one word on this, maybe.
All right.
In this instance, I'm going to side with the one word title.
Okay.
And I'm going to agree that it's bougie and highfalutin, but also think it's cool. And
it just sounds like a heisty kind of thing.
But that's the thing. It's not. It's wizard heights. What do you want? Do you want a one word on top? Wizard Lockbreaker? The Lockbreaker wizard?
I can't think of anything really either, I suppose.
Mage Lockbreaker?
You heard what I came up with.
I know. Mage Lockbreaker? magical lockbreaker, the hidden lockbreaker. Nah, just lockbreaker.
Okay.
It's cool.
I'll let you.
Because the show is about this person, and therefore they should get the title.
Okay.
But the whole time is like, sometimes you don't know. Oh, that's the thing. It's hidden from the audience, the scene where they unlocked it themselves.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't have to wait.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't know that they're the lockbreaker. You could think as the audience that the kids are lockbreakers.
Mm-hmm.
Because they do the thing that you were saying, and they go around. See, I found the double.
Okay.
I've found it, and I'm satisfied.
All right. That ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. We don't need to do it anymore.
That's definitely how you want to say it.
We don't need to do it anymore. We have
We
it.
can be fucking done here.
I am now inputting that the wizard who locks them away is named Lock with an E.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's extra lock on there.
Do you want it to be spelled Lockbreaker?
Nah. Title's Lockbreaker.
Yeah, without an E?
With no E.
Okay.
But the person who locks them away is named Lock as well.
Okay.
It's just a fun little extra.
Are they named Key? Because they can get out?
It could be. Middle name. Or they're the K-pop star from Shiny.
I mean...
Who do you want to be in Lockbreaker?
I mean, obviously...
Just a teen?
Yeah, unless I'm summoned for some reason. But I don't know why anyone would summon.
Yeah,
I guess it's not me, is it?
Yeah, you would be a baker.
Haha.
You bake them a delicious bread.
They
but they're
can't
immortal. They don't need to eat it.
Yeah.
They don't need to eat.
I'd probably just be a teen.
I'd be a teen.
We'll go out sometime.
We're in science class.
Chemistry's
and
really...
you're asking me out, and I'm like, please, these chemicals.
Put on your goggles.
Please. We'll talk about this later.
I thought...
We're synthesizing aspirin here.
I thought it'd be romantic.
Now? Yeah, that's us in the show. Who
We'll edit.
is Lee Pace Locke? Because he's not in the show very long.
Oh, I don't want to make him a bad guy again. After frickin'...
We put him in good a lot. We can put him in a bad.
All right, I think he, of course.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
He could do it. He could
thunder.
He could
Thunderingly.
slay. Oh, we do have another Foundation to watch.
See what else he's gotten up to.
Yeah, I think he's that, because you can have him in as many flashbacks as we can afford to have him in.
Yeah. And we also could just show his character silently.
True.
Just like leaving.
And you know it's Lee Pace.
Yeah.
And everyone knows it's Lee Pace.
We've heard
But
him.
he doesn't even have to say words. Mm-mm. There you go. So, we're in it, Lee Pace is in it, and that's the show.
What else do you need?
Instant Anime.
Just add music.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah.
We did it.
Hooray!
Hooray, hooray. Kalu Kalay.
For Lockbreaker.
Lockbreaker. I do like it.
Good.
I like it a lot. And I found the double meaning.
Yeah.
So
It's all you need.
which you also found, but I synthesized.
You
I
regurgitated the information.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But to me, it works more because the audience doesn't know until the scene where it's unlocked for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, oh, the kids did it. Wow.
Look at those kids.
It was an old door.
Wow, it just had to be opened. That wall had to be taken down.
Here we go. One last little thing. There's sort of a bait and switch thing. There is like a sound when the door opens, like a ding, something.
Oh, like a bell or something?
Something magical. I don't know.
Okay.
No, not necessarily like they're entering
here?
a convenience store or something. But sometimes in the show, there's events that make you think maybe one of the kids is magic and unlocked the door, but they're not. But it's like, how else would the door have opened? And then the audience starts formulating like, oh, one of the kids is actually a descendant of
Do you think that the kids try and figure it out away from the wizard?
Like how the door was unlocked, or why the wizard?
If they know that the wizard is a wizard, they're like, wow, how did we get that door unlocked?
I don't think they know.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they know until they start doing wizardry things.
Okay.
Sort of like a Spider-Man hidden identity. They catch all the things in a cafeteria. And you're like, how'd they do that?
Also in Twilight.
It must be Spider-Man.
Your favorite.
Or a wizard.
Your favorite movie.
or a vampire. Yeah, it could be any of these things.
A surprise.
But actually, they're just a wizard.
Yeah.
Not just a wizard, though.
The wizard.
They're the wizard.
The wizard.
The best one.
Lockbreak.
Yes. Lockbreaker.
Sorry.
Lockbreak.
The wizard Lockbreak does sound like a name.
True.
Yeah.
True. Key.
Key
is cute as
Sir
like a
Key Lockbreak.
nickname too. So.
Well. Oh, what if they were never given a name, like a first name, just to like further take their power away from them?
Oh, that's interesting.
I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, well, here we are at the end of the episode.
Or even better,
oh no,
they don't know that their real name is Lockbreaker, and their captor calls them Key as a joke because you'll never get out. But that's their nickname, and so they can't learn their true name, and they need that to unlock their powers.
Interesting.
But they actually don't because they're that badass.
True. They're just that powerful.
They just break the lock.
Yeah.
Because it's just what they're destined to do. Anyhow.
So they go by Key.
They go by Key, and what was once a cruel joke, they have used to their advantage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Turn it around.
They are the key.
They are.
To all.
They are.
Love it. Very good.
They got a key to the city.
No mayor gave it to all.
Ta-da! Ice cream for everyone.
And the Powerpuff Girls. Well, that's the show. We are now at the end where we talk about other stuff.
Thank goodness, right?
The first thing I'm going to talk about is Twitter. We have the one thing. It's at Instant Anime Pod, where we post gifs teasing upcoming episodes, or at least, minimum, the episodes are posted there automatically from Podbean. So you can check them out there if you follow us on Twitter, or just ask us questions or chat. I don't know what Twitter's for, besides sadness.
Yeah,
so
trying to be a little bit nicer.
Here we are at the end of the episode. So we have a Twitter. It's our one social media. If you find us anywhere else that's not just a podcatcher, then it's not
lies.
Maybe not. Otherwise, we have a website.
Yes, we do. InstantAnnie.May is where we host, so it has all of our episodes with those clickable links in the description. We also have a sidebar full of goodies, including the suggestion form. If you want to be cool like Stark, use our suggestion form. It's the pinned tweet. You can also find it at suggest.instantannie.may. It is a Google form, and we just ask for the title and the artist, and if you would like to be identified, you can stick in your name. But it adds it to our list of suggestions, which is really cool. Other than that, we have some little bits of merch and podcatchers and some fancy podcatcher buttons.
Stop mentioning the buttons.
Well, it's exciting.
It's a clickable image.
Wow. And what I'm honestly most excited about is the Spotify playlist that has the songs and the episodes.
I should link that on the website, huh?
I thought it already was.
Nah.
But maybe by the time listeners hear this bit, it will be.
Maybe.
Maybe you should go to instantannie.may and find out yourself. Check it out.
Updated the website.
But if it's not there, we at least have the Spotify playlist of all the bangers that we've used. Avenir is going to be added.
True.
By Magico. As well as all the others, if you just want to listen to some songs.
Some dank bangers.
Yeah. And if your goal is simply to get your song on the suggestion... Nope. Your song on that Spotify playlist, you can use the suggestion form.
Yeah.
If for some reason that was your goal.
It could be a valiant goal.
Yeah.
Because we take them all.
Yep.
As you can see, the backlog is very extensive.
Mm-hmm. We've got a good amount, and we thank you for that.
A long time ago, this one was.
Not sure you had to reveal that bit, but...
This one was a long time ago.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's going to do it. If you have the time, last thing, to leave a review on your favorite podcatcher. We would love to see what you think of the podcast, because we absolutely do not know. We think you like it. So, but we
no
like
one's
doing
asked
it.
us to stop.
No one has outright said 1 star, please stop.
This hurts me.
Which, if we get 1, I don't care. But if we get a lot, we might have to stop.
Yeah, we might have to force the shared idea.
They may be having fun, but they need to stop.
But I'm not.
So that's the show. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good one. Bye.